special holiday bonus video for you for Friday's functions. And this particular one's going to talk about how about a save icon. A couple of people asked me, can I put a save icon on my customized form, even though it has one at the top? And yes, you can. Of course you can. So let me just show you how my little app works. And so I have this list, and it has a first name, a wish, a received, and a purchase from. And this basically is my list of things to buy, right? Holiday shopping list, right? And so in the received column, I'm kind of marking whether I've bought it or they've received it. And I've also marked a share link to the Amazon page. And all I do to get the share link, in this case, is I just click share. And then I take this link. And I just like this link because it's nice and short. But you can use any link you want. My mouse was being a little funky there. All right, you can use any link you want to get your link. And so let's make a new item. So I'm going to add a new item here. And you'll see that my form pops up. And I'm going to make this for Laura. And her wish is to get this down jacket. And I found the perfect down jacket for her. I did not buy it yet, so I'm not going to toggle that as bought. And I'm going to press save. Okay, now I actually want to embed this, and there's Laura's jacket. I want to embed this on the page to show you a little bit more about it, right? So I'm going to just go ahead and edit and hit copy link here and hit copy. And I'm going to actually run this app in the browser all by itself just by using the link that I copied. Okay, now I can also do the new form in here too, right? So basically, those of you that have been using InfoPath know that you can change this link to new item.aspx and it will change the new item. Or I could have copied the link from a new item press. So let's go back and do that because I think I typed it wrong. Let's go look and see what it should be. So I'm going to click on new up here at the top as soon as it shows itself. And now with that visible, I'm going to click copy link. And you will notice that it copies the link. And then I can paste that and run the app in the screen. And so it's new form. I think I typed something else. But anyway, yeah, this is the new form link right here. You can see that. And it's loading that in the screen so I can talk about it a little bit more because I added a lot of functionality to this form that I'd like you to see. And then as we do Friday function videos, I'll tell you more about these different things. So for instance, if you notice at the top of my form, I actually have all the items that I have ever actually put in the list. Now, I could make this specific to those created by me. I could filter this down to items that are created by me, which would probably be the most common scenario. You would filter down to the items created by the user looking at the screen, right? Definitely a very easy thing because this is just a gallery sitting on top of my form showing me what I've already ordered. Now, there's some functionality up here that's in context with this, right? So I could fill out a new form or I can actionable this as well. So I can actually edit the other items in this form just by clicking on the icon. So I have two icons here. I have an icon that represents that I've bought this item, and I have an icon that represents the link to where it's sold. So if I click on the link, it opens up the browser to that page on Amazon. That's just a launch statement. I'll show you that later. But more fun than that is that I use the patch statement to mark things as done. So when I click on this icon, right, or tap on it if I'm on my phone, it will mark those cargo pants for John already bought. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a new tab. So I'm just going to duplicate this tab to show you what I mean. And I'm going to go to the form, which is called in a list called giving, right? So I'm just going to go back to site contents. And from site contents, I'm going to go into the giving list. It's just called giving. And in the giving list, you'll notice that I have not bought those cargo pants yet. So that column called received is both for me receiving it, them receiving it, and or me purchasing it, right? So I mark it yes, so that I know I don't have to buy it anymore. It's done. Deal done, right? And right now it's no. So I'm going to go back to our form And I'm just going to click on that little icon. And notice that the screen refreshed for just a mere half a second. And now the go-to cart is grayed out because there's no reason to go shopping because we already bought it. And the icon for being bought has been changed to bought. So if we scroll back over to the list and we refresh this screen, you'll see that cargo pants is marked as bought. So next time we have a Fridays function video, we're going to delve into that patch statement that I used for that. But I'm not finished showing you good stuff. All right. So in addition to that, let's go back to our form. I want to show you a couple things on this form. So right now on this form, see if I can zoom out a little bit here. On this form right now, just trying to get it to where you can see it well. You see that the save button that I added, which is just an icon that looks like a basket, is grayed out. And it's grayed out because I don't have these two fields filled out. But watch this. If I type the name of the person and what is my wish list, everyone uses Power Apps for production apps. Okay, that's my wish, right? It doesn't need a link to anything, so I don't want to put one. And notice that this lighted up. And it's because it's checking to make sure that at least those two fields are filled. Now, if I attempt to click on that while it's gray, it will let me, but all it will do is say, please ensure you have a name and a wish. So I will go ahead and put my wish. Okay, and then I will save. And now the wish is in there. You notice it's in there. So you can add those kind of lists. Now let's look at that up close to see what's going on there. So I'm going to hit edit and I'm going to customize. And we're just going to wait for that to open up. Shouldn't take long at all. While it opens, remember that we are customizing a form. So it's very different from an app in this case because we're working with a save operation. So we might actually want to save changes to the save function. And we'll talk about that when I get back from vacation. And we'll talk about why that is also necessary in this app. So we will come back to this app, even though the holidays will be over. So as this loads, you'll notice that the canvas will have the SharePoint integration at the top and the back to SharePoint at the top, which lets you know for sure I am customizing a form. So now I'm going to go and find my basket save icon, which is this right here. And by the way, I've just uploaded images for my icons and I've gone to view media and I've uploaded my images that I'm going to use in this app, such as the top and the baskets. I have a basket that's dark and a basket that's gray. And so of course there's an if statement that basically says, you know, whether it's gray or solid. And then I have a little Amazon icon for my hyperlinks. Now, on the save button, you'll see two things. So first of all, it's an image. So I have to say if data card value 1 text is true, is blank. So I don't know if you can see that well. Let's just see if I can zoom in a little closer here. So you see that it's evaluating if data card value 1 text is blank. So that is this first name right here. The name of that control is data card value 1. And the name of this control is data card value 11. So what I'm doing is I'm checking to make sure that neither of them are empty, right? Because if they are blank, if either of them are blank, then I have a gray basket that's shown. Otherwise, I have a dark basket. Now, when it comes to the onSelect statement, what I have is the same kind of thing. If either of them is blank, then I want you to set a context, update context variable that says show the message is true. Otherwise, if they're not blank, then go ahead and submit the form set the show message to false, and then request hide, which will hide the panel. And that's basically all I did. So it's a three-part function. If I wanted to write this so it could be easier to read, I might put some returns in here. So my if statement is if it's blank, if either of them is blank, right? Then set the update message to true and submit the form. And that's all. And or, so it's, I guess, the else statement, I guess we tend to say, else statement is submit the form. And then with that else statement, I'm setting the property to false and requesting hide for the panel. So basically, that should be all you need to do. So remember that you can also adjust your save button by using the properties of the form to change your form properties. And so I look forward to showing you more things like this in the future as we continue to learn more about customizing forms on SharePoint. But promise you, we will come back to this app to talk about that patch statement, to talk about the go-to. I don't know if I showed you that, demoed that, but when you click on the go-to, it actually will open up a tab and take you to where you can buy that. And so that's another function called launch. So there's so much to learn in this little app, and I look forward to sharing with you after I get back from vacation. I hope you're the very happiest holiday, and I will be back in the second week in January. Have a great one. Talk to you soon.